Hip, hip, hip.
Children shout from you. Children shout from you. Children shout from you. With a gently. Children shout from you. Children shout from you. Children shout from you. With a gently.
I am planting curry in a small garden that is behind my house. I have planted some already, but I am coming back to check on the ones that I have already planted. This curry has been used, and when you finish using it, it may look something like this. So I came back to replant it in our garden, and after a while, it may grow into this. Then you can pick it out and use it again. Meanwhile, I have a book for you today. The title of this book is Murphy the Prankster, and it is written by Osifo Richard. This is another lantern book, and you know that lantern books are very interesting. In this book, there is a boy named Murphy, and he is known for the hilarious pranks that he pulls off at school. But he is also one of the victims of his teacher, who is called Mr. Sampson. Because of a time when Murphy's class went on a camping exercise with Mr. Sampson, and when they went for the exercise, Mr. Sampson started telling one of his boring stories about how he single-handedly took down one of the enemies in the Civil War. When Mr. Sampson started telling this story, Murphy became bored, and he reached his hand into his bag, and here he touched something familiar. When he touched that thing, he started smiling. So his best friend Henry kept an eye on him. He pulled out a box of firecrackers and went to a place where he lit them silently with no one in the class seeing him light it. Then he threw it into a nearby bush, and when it went off, Mr. Sampson and some of Murphy's other classmates started running into different directions because of the loud sounds. Meanwhile, Murphy, Henry, and some other of Murphy's brave classmates simply stood up and started walking away from the loud sounds. Ever since that time, Mr. Sampson had always suspected that Murphy was the one who pulled off that prank and was looking for a way to light his buttocks on fire with his whip. So during the end of school, the principal and the other staff of the school were meant to call out the results. So all the students have never been happier to hear the school bell ring. But when they got into the hall, most of them were nervous because they did not know the position which they were going to get. Murphy, although being a prankster, always managed to scale into the top 3 in the class. So because of this, teachers considered him a brilliant boy. When his form teacher was about to call the results, Murphy's heart started pounding, and he nudged Henry with his elbow so that Henry would focus as if his life depended on it. When the positions were announced, Murphy took first while Henry took 8th. They were each very happy with their positions. So when it was time for them to go home, Murphy and Henry managed to get past a class bully who Murphy pulled a prank on earlier. But a surprise twist came into this book. When Murphy and Henry went to the motor park so that they could go home, something happened there. A surprise twist came to this book, and you should figure out what happened and what other pranks that Murphy pulled in this book. This is another amazing book from Lantern, and do you know that Lantern produces very good books? So you should get this one. Bye for now. See you next time. I'm Agent D, and we have